Hello everyone, this is Janice Malan from BEd 2L and my topic is all about chapter 9 measurement, which is lesson 1 elapsed time. What is elapsed time? So elapsed time, it is the actual time taken from the starting time up to the ending time. Example of the elapsed time is I have a situation. Andy helps her mother in cleaning their house. They start cleaning at 7:32 a.m. and finish at 8:25 a.m. So the elapsed time is the between 7:32 a.m. to until 8:25 a.m. So that is a elapsed time. It is a time where taken from the starting time up to the ending time. So I have a first method. So this the elapsed time is we have two methods, which is the used number line and subtraction. So in used number line is we have this method, and then we have the subtraction method, which is this.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. So, by the way, my name is Ninyo Mantilan. My report is all about speed. So, what is speed? Speed tells how fast something moves. Here are the formula. Speed equals distance divide time. So, step to solve. So, first step is identify distance. Second, identify time. Third is divide distance by time. So, here are the example. A motorcycle travels 120 km in 3 hours. So step 1 is distance is 120 km. Step 2 time is 3 hours. Step 3 is speed 120 divide 3 40 km per hour. So the motorcycle travels 40 km every hour. I have here a speed question. A boy runs 100 meters in 10 seconds. What is the speed of the boy? I have here the solution. Speed equals distance divide time. So the distance is 100. The time is 10. So 100 divide 10, it equals 10 minutes per seconds. Speed analysis plus decision making. True drivers travel the same distance of 180 kilometer. Driver A is travel for 3 hours. Driver B travels for 2 hours. So the question is, what is the speed of each driver? So who should you choose if you want a faster trip? Why? So the solution is the driver A is 180. So 180 divide 3 is it equal to 60 kilometer per hour. The driver B is 180 divide 2 is it equal to 90 km per hour. So the answer is choose the driver B because the speed is higher. It has 90 km per hour. So the trip is faster. That's all for today, class. Goodbye and thank you.
Good day everyone. Today I'm going to tackle about the distance. But before that, let me introduce myself. I am Regine Pabro from BEd 2L. So what is distance? Distance tells how far you travel. So this is a formula. Distance equals speed times time. So the step is identify speed, identify time, and multiply. So for example, a car traveled at 60 km per hour for 2 hours. So the step 1, speed equals 60 km per hour. Step 2, time equals 2 hours. And step 3, distance equals 60 times 2 equals 120 km. So meaning the car traveled at 120 km. So next is problem 3, which is the distance. A car travels at 80 km per hour for 4 hours. So how far did it go? So the solution is distance equals speed times time equals 80 times 4 equals 320 km. So next is a bus travels at a speed of 60 km per hour for 2 hours. So the question is, what is the distance traveled by the bus? So here is the solution. Distance equals speed times time equals 60 times 2 equals 120 km. So next is distance analysis plus decision making. So you have 3 hours to travel. So option A, travel at 50 km per hour. And option B is travel at 70 km per hour. So the question is, what distance can you travel in each option? Which option will you choose if you want to go further and why? So there are the solution. Option A, 50 times 3 equals 150 km. Option B, 70 times 3 equals 210 km. So the answer I choose is option B because it gives a longer distance, 210.
Hello, everyone. So I think you are watching it right now, and this is my part to discuss about time. So if you are ready, can you say ready na, ready na? Aha, aha. Okay, very good, children. Now let's go and let's start. Okay, so today we're going to talk about time. What is time? What do you think is time? Let's read this one. Time tells how long it takes to travel. Okay? So it means that is something that it tells us how long it takes to travel or pila siya ka oras mag-travel. Like for example, Raana, Mulakaw ka, gikan diri sa Don Carlos padulong sa Valencia. So, tag-ano nimo pila ka oras? Pila ko ka oras makaadto dadto? So, ato anang sulbadon karong adlaw. Before nato siya masulbad, naatay formula nga gisunod nato ni siya. We have time equals to distance divided by speed. The first one that you need to do is to identify what is the distance. After identifying the distance, you need to also identify the speed. Okay? You cannot just go there and divide everything na wala ka kabalo unsay distance o unsa ang speed. After that, you need to divide distance by speed. Okay? So after makuha na nimo ang answer. So are you ready? This problem is something that we need to solve. Let's read the first example. A bus travels 150 kilometers at 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so naatay 50 kilometer kada oras. So unsa na siya? Distansya ba na siya or speed? Speed. And the travels 150 kilometers is ang distansya nga adtuan nato. Like for example, gikan ka sa Don Carlos padulong sa Valencia. Naa kay 150 kilometers nga distansya and you have 50 kilometers kada oras nimo. Okay, so step 1, we have the distance 150 kilometers, we have the speed 50 kilometers per hour, and unsaon ganitong time? We need to identify the distance. After identifying the distance, we have the speed. If nakita na siya, unsaon sila? I-divide sila. Okay? So after dividing nimo, let's put it here. 150 divide 50. Okay. Kapilahon man ang 50 makuha nato ang 150. Di ba ikatulo? 50, 100, 150. Okay, so 150 and equals to 3. Okay, 150 divided by 50 equals to 3. So the answer is 3 hours ta magbiyahe kung na ay 150 kilometers nga kalayon nga atuang adton. So it's very important that we need to identify the distance and the speed. That's all for today and have a good day.
In general, the formula for perimeter is, I have here, perimeter is equals to side 1, then add its side 2 plus side 3 and plus so on. So for you, just going to add all the sizes of a shape. So for instance, the triangle has a perimeter of 38 millimeters. So that is, so let's draw a triangle first. So for example, the sizes goes like this. So the solution will be, we have here, perimeter equals S1 plus side 2 plus side 3. So 14 plus 18 plus 6. So we're just going to sum it all. So 14 plus 18 plus 6 is equals to 38. So a triangle has 38 millimeter. Now that you know the perimeter is, let us do the following activities or solve the following problems. So the figures either have, and now a square has 4 congruent sides. So instead of adding it 35 plus 35 plus 35 plus 35, obviously it's much easier to simply multiply the side by 4. So it goes like this. P is equals to 4 sides equals 4 times 35. So the perimeter of a square is 140 VM. Now, a rectangle has 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel and congruent. Using addition, the perimeter would be 15.2 plus 15.2 plus 6.5 plus 6.5. Since 2 pairs of sides are congruent, then we can solve it this way. Perimeter equals 2 length plus 2 width. So it goes like this, equals 2 multiplied by 15.2, then we will add 2 multiplied by 6.5. So now let's calculate it. 2 multiplied to 15.2 is equals to 30.4 plus 2 times 6.5 is equals to 13. And now we will add this 2. So 30.4 plus 13 is equals to 43.4 centimeters. So a rectangle has a perimeter of 43.4 centimeters. For the last figure, it is a regular pentagon. If one side measures 73.5 millimeter, the perimeter goes like this. It's 1. So instead of adding like this, we can go like this. Perimeter is equals to 5 times side or the 5s. So 5 multiplied to 73 and a half. So the perimeter would be 367 and a half millimeter. So a regular pentagon has a perimeter of 367 and a half millimeter. So I hope you understand how to solve a perimeter. So now let's solve a problem opener. So let's have a triangle equilateral with a side of 2 centimeter, which is equal to 20 millimeters. So the perimeter of the triangle goes like this. Equals to 3 times 20. So the perimeter of a triangle is 60 millimeters. So, if you are wondering, anong 20 ni siya diri kay? Atong gi-convert ang centimeters into millimeters. So, 2 centimeters is equals to 20 millimeters. So, now, the perimeter of the triangle is equals to the perimeter of a square. So, ang perimeter sa triangle na to diri maupod ang perimeter of a square. So, atong buhaton ani niya is atong pangitaon ang sides sa square. So, perimeter of the square is equals to 4 sides. 4 sides is equals to 60. So, muna siya. Atong buhaton din anak niya, di ba? Ang square has the 4 sides. So, atong i-divide ang 60 into 4 sides. So, 60 divided by 4 is equals to 15 millimeters. So, the side length of the square is 15 millimeter. Get it? So, always remember that a perimeter is the total distance around the shape. So, in simple words, it is the answer you get when you add all the sides of a figure. Para sa mga example nga gipakita ka ganina, kung saan siya pag-solve for. Last example, if a square has a 5 centimeter each side, so we will just add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 or 4 multiply it to 5. So, the answer will be 20 centimeters. So, easy ways to remember is that the perimeter is equal siya sa palibot. Palibot sa shape or the boundary or outside of a shape.